Hey everybody, what's up? So I just want to quick talk about the game that I've been playing. It's actually two, but they combine into one, which is the great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's based off of two different games. All 10 chapters are in there. I'm on the fourth one right now. It can take a while to play. The main character is a descendant of Phoenix Wright, the guy in the newer games. Please do not ask me to pronounce names. Um, the guy, one of them in there, says his name is like in the second chapter. Let me see what his name. Herlock Sholmes. I think you're pronouncing that right. Or Sholmes, I'm not sure. He's kind of like the Sherlock Holmes version of the game, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Gumshoe if you've ever played the games, the bumbling detective, because he rushes to conclusions and all this different stuff. If you've also played the Phoenix Wright games, one of the things that you would notice is the very first case, one of the prosecution is actually, I guess apparently one of the descendants, once again don't ask me to say the name, of one of the lawyers in the newer games, the Phoenix Wright games. I mean, he's like the balding guy with the glasses. And I'm sitting there going, that looks, oh wow. The judge even looks like the judge. The story goes that the character basically goes from 19th century Japan to London to learn about law. And it's kind of interesting the way they show everything in the game. It is kind of a weird thing because of the way like everything's set. For example, in the English court, they do have a jury. This isn't a spoiler, so just let people know it's not. And their justice system, and the jury basically has 6 members. And with the way they vote is there's the scale, and one side is white, the other one is black. White is innocent, black is guilty. So what'll happen is like you can tell right away what they're about to vote because this backdrop comes down, and if they hit the desk, like this flame starts shooting to the other side. And there are changes. One of the things that I like is that you kind of get to make the jurors rethink things, but they also, I gotta say this. I'm sorry. You can pit them against each other. There is a way to do it. So if you need to, you like try to sway things in your favor. Because I'm on the 4th chapter, I've only had one case in the Japanese court, which was messed up to begin with. But it's kind of like, it opens just like any other Phoenix Wright game where it kind of like introduces you to the game if you haven't, the mechanics. But the storytelling is just something that never seen in those games. Never. Would you probably ever? It takes away the whole, if you've ever played the games, the chains come down with the padlocks, and you have to break those. Instead, you have to rely on observational skills, figuring out like how to best cross-examine the witnesses. In the Phoenix Wright games, things are more high-tech. This is basically like, there's new pictures, new forensic evidence, stuff like that. So you have to be really careful on how you present things. I did a lot of saving because I looked up so far once in the 3 chapters that I played. I needed one hint. I'm going, I know, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. And this was presenting evidence. I'm going, but I don't think I am. So I looked it up. I was right. And the reason I save so much is if you screw up too much, you lose the game. But it also kind of gives you this ability to kind of look at things on what's going to be right to do, what's going to be the wrong way, because it's a learning curve. Herlock Sholmes, I don't have the sound on. I can't hear half of it. So I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. He uses like what seems to be high-tech gadgetry, and his deductions are based off of nonsense, and your character has to figure out what he's saying at points and go from there to form your own opinion. And the cool thing I like about it is, if you're out in the open, you get it. Like if you're talking to somebody, or after you get done talking to somebody, you can like swivel around. You can investigate all these different parts of them, which is helpful because at a certain point you maybe you'll need to go like, I wonder what's going on here. Oh, wait a minute. And that's how you figure it out. So there are things that you think aren't important that are. So if you're a fan of the game series, would I recommend it so far? Absolutely. There is some stuff so far in the game that doesn't make sense. Yeah. I don't know. But I encourage you to play it. Once I finish the 5th chapter, sorry, I'm trying to think of what I was going to do here. I will talk about the first 5 because it is 2 games, like I said, in one, just to kind of state what I think of it. And then after I finish the other 5, I will talk about it then. It takes about a couple hours if you're not careful or you're trying to figure everything out for each chapter, maybe 1 to 2, just to kind of get a feel for the mechanics. I think at this point on chapter 4, it may not be as bad because I understand it more. You understand the differences in the judges and the courtrooms. So I'll keep playing it, let you know, but this is going to be the only game I've been playing for a while. Excuse me, primarily because I've been waiting for it to come out since I've heard about it, and I love these games. I know I need to finish the last one for the 3DS, but however, there is rumor, I don't know how true it is, either on the Switch, or they may release it on the 3DS, which I kind of find hard to believe by this time, that there is going to be a 7th Phoenix Wright game. If anything, they should bring Ace Attorney, what was that, Inspections, or the one that has the Miles Edgeworth games. Mine went blank there. They should have both the Miles Edgeworth games on the Switch or in physical form, because I played the first Miles Edgeworth game, loved it. Someone said, oh, there's a second game, but you have to download a translation. I'm not doing that. I want to play it as released by the company. That's all I want. I want an actual translation, not a fan translation. Don't get me wrong. Anything against the fans, it's just that's what I want. That's everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Highly recommended. Bye.